Fine and there once was a podcast in the great internet of internets. It was called Fine and Dandy. Muy influential podcast. You have to remember, folks, where there's a podcast, there's a Fine and Dandy.
We have made it back to another round
We're back in the fucking studio.
of Fine and Dandy.
And you know what today is?
Another round of Fine and Dandy.
It's Valentine's Day.
In
And
our
it's
hearts.
another round of Fine and
In our
Dandy.
hearts.
And
Hey,
where in your hearts?
You know what? There's a lot of negativity in the world, so you know what? It is time to bring the love back.
It's time in the red corner.
Ding, 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 ding. Things are fine and dandy, though.
Everything
Relatively.
is fine and dandy.
So we'd like to tell ourselves anyways. Life's just throwing fucking haymakers constantly.
You just gotta like catch 'em though, because like, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So if you just catch haymaker after haymaker after haymaker, eventually
Dude, I just eat haymakers.
for breakfast
Dude,
or like
and
lunch,
dinner.
all three.
Dude, I've just eaten haymakers. I'm eating them.
What about your fourth meal?
See, I don't want to say that. Then someone's going to catch me in the street and test it out. Like, oh,
Test
yeah,
your
you
jaw.
eat haymakers? Douche!
You're welcome. Here's your lunch, asshole.
All right. Well, we can't get the episode started, of course. We all know what time it is. Drum roll.
Dun, 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 dun,
Doofles.
dun.
Hell yeah, dude. That was doofles.
That was a
word from-
fire ass drum roll, bro.
That was a word from our manager. Doofles.
Managerial.
Yep.
Yo, do you know that Doofles actually has a love affair? Did you know that?
Who is it?
It's a different Doofles bag, but we do not, you know,
We don't speak of.
we don't speak of her
We don't speak of her.
because you know it's his.
Don't worry,
that's-
doofles. We got you on lock. We
That's
wouldn't
his
tell so.
mistress. That's his mistress, and we wouldn't want his wife to find out.
He's married.
Wait, what, you didn't know about that? You were at the wedding, bro. Are you that blacked out?
Shit, dude. Open bar. What can I say?
Don't listen to this guy, Doofles. He remembers.
The open bar. I did. Hey, honestly,
open bar.
dude, I did just find out though that I am gonna be a fucking groomsman in the wedding. Let's go. I didn't expect that to happen.
Dude, that shit sounds live. When we were groomsmen in Corey's wedding, that shit was dope as fuck.
Honestly, I think about it now. I'm like, honestly, after that, I told myself I was like, no one's gonna pick me as a groomsman in their wedding ever again.
I mean, you're gonna be in my wedding.
I mean, yeah, I figured. but, like, other than that, that's gonna be a minute though. So,
I don't know. I wouldn't say like a minute.
mm,
I mean, not like in the next few months, but I mean, obviously not in like that far down.
what are you trying to say? Love is in the air tonight.
What I'm trying to say is I'm
Say,
open
I-
to the possibility of anything, dude.
You heard it here first, folks. It's
Doof-
popping the question.
I didn't say that.
He didn't say that.
What I said is that it's not that far down the line. Like
We'll see. Well,
I see a long time as like 5-10 years. You know what I mean? That's like a long time.
Well,
I mean, like I feel like
weddings are
nah.
expensive, dude.
yeah, nah, but like that's not my problem. That's like, isn't it like a tradition for like the
her
girl's
dad.
dad to pay for it? Yeah, that's why you don't have girls. No, I'm kidding.
Right? It's like, yeah, well, you know what? This house isn't a very traditional household. So, zinger, got him. Yeah, they're going to have to pay for it. Yeah. Or just whoever's richer, I think is fair.
That is, I mean, yeah, but then there's like the whole pride thing that people like tend to
Yeah,
get
dude,
into.
I've experienced eco death once or twice. That shit's out the window, dog. I'm good. I'm chilling.
Fair.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm like the pride of like I would love to have the money to pay for my daughter's wedding, but I would have a long sit down talk with her and tell her, you don't need a huge wedding.
See, well, honestly, this is where I'm at. It's like I would want to pay for my daughter's wedding, but I wouldn't have so much pride where I'd wouldn't be able to understand that if bro's daddy had millions to pay for like the wedding of her dreams. Yeah, we're like, yeah, let's do that. Like, yeah, let's give my baby girl the wedding of her dreams. Like, what the fuck? If you can do that, let's do that. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I don't got that much pride for me to be like, nah, I gotta pay for it. We're gonna do a fucking horrible wedding because that's all I can afford.
I mean, dude. I mean, you know, I feel.
I'm
like,
not saying
I feel
horrible.
like you could do
just
a
like,
budget wedding.
you
pretty,
can.
like
You
solid.
can do any like it, depending on the person. Like maybe even like a wedding, traditional wedding doesn't even sound like something they want to do. Like a lot of people do eloping and stuff like that.
I'd want a celebration, but I wouldn't really want a whole.
I would want more money
Ceremony.
to be spent on the reception and the honeymoon.
Maybe a dance floor would be sick. I'd probably just honestly, depending on how I'm married, just do like a little mini stop.
Vacation.
No, I was gonna say like a mini like rave as the ceremony.
Oh shit, that'd be
Like
dope.
some mini fucking. Honestly, it'd be sick. Just pay for a festival ticket. I think it's like just a little bit more to get married there. It's not like that much money.
Is that like a package that they offer?
Yeah, at EDC it is.
That's fucking hilarious.
Electric
Well, it's
Forest-
in Vegas, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I think they have something in Electric Forest potentially.
that makes
too.
more sense because it's in Vegas.
Just
though.
get married there. I mean, some people get married at fucking Renfest.
Really?
Yeah, they have the little ceremony area. You haven't seen it?
No, I've only been to Rimfest like a couple times.
Yeah, they have a whole little ceremony area where you can get married and shit too. So
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
And honestly, all those options are usually cheaper most of the time than.
I mean, relatively, doesn't it cost like $50 to get like certified to be able to marry anybody, and like, can you at that point host a ceremony like anywhere?
Potentially.
I mean, can't you just like gather people in like someone's backyard and be like, hey, these two people are married now because I can just say that.
See, this is what I'm saying. It's like the getting married part. I don't think I would need to be like you said. I don't know. Maybe because being married at EDC or like Forest or something would be kind of sick. Just to be a bunch of strangers and weirdos just like watching.
I don't know if that'd be sick.
It'd be kind of cool.
Kind of weird.
I think it'd be hilarious. And just people like, what?
Somebody just pukes on your wife.
Oh, I'd be fired. Fuck no.
Sorry, bro. The drugs hit me right when that fucking bass dropped.
Holy.
I had to fucking hurl all over your girl, bro.
Dude, honestly, I felt the love in the air a little too much just now.
Congratulations, though. Outside.
It's like a rip-off dress, and there's just Ray Fit underneath. Like, fuck it. Toss that hoe.
That'd be fire.
It would be kind of fire.
But
Keep the party alive.
I feel like there's like so many different ways to like do proposals and weddings and like all the like even honeymoons too, but like doesn't a lot of it feel like kind of like basic, but also is basic bad whenever it comes to that shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like it is like kind of like your life and you can do whatever you want, you know what I mean? But some of it's like, damn, I've seen this shit like so many times. Like, do I want to do something like different or original, or do I want this shit for myself type shit? Is it like weird to like want basic ass shit in the moments like that?
No. See, all right, I'm going to tie that in real quick. Since I'm going to get back on topic here real quick.
Okay,
Valentine's Day.
I mean, we are talking about love and marriage and
Yeah.
shit, so it's like it's not off topic.
Not completely. But Valentine's Day, the day of love.
The day of the no,
The-
I'm sorry, the day of the love.
The day of
Sorry.
love.
Jokes.
And gifts and capitalism and chocolates and candy and materialistic ideals. Let's go. So, no, I was going to say, though, I mean, no, basic isn't always bad. I mean, it really depends on what you consider basic or, love is something between you and the other person, you know?
Right.
I guess in understanding whatever you want between the two. Personally, I'm not a very, I could care less for tradition. Once
Yeah.
again, I'm not that guy. I never really have been. Like a wedding in a church or a big. Honestly, just having been in the one wedding that I've been in, that shit would suck for me. Honestly, I don't. I want to do it at my own pace. I want to do something where I can enjoy the day. I don't want to be. All right, pictures. All right, hurry up. Now we got to do this. Hurry up. Next. Now we're doing
Well, I will say,
speeches, and then
I will say the coordination was not even like the organizer's fault. It was really the cameraman's fault. They were fucking lazy as shit. They were sitting on the couches and they were eating and shit, and we had to like get them to like, bro, like get your ass over here. Can we like get this shit done? And then even the shots they did take were kind of like shitty. So like I would say that them kind of setting people back kind of set the whole day into like a little bit of chaos, because not only were they doing a shitty job, but they were also like forcing everybody else to be like, yo, what the fuck, get over here. Like,
Yeah, that get over, and then no one was anywhere to be found because we were supposed to be doing it at a certain time, but then
and
it
they
got
weren't
pushed back.
there,
Yeah.
and we were like, all right, disperse, and then getting everybody back over there was a hassle in itself, type shit. So everybody here? Oh nah, somebody's on the shitter. It's like, fuck.
Oh,
all
no,
right,
they're
take 5, everybody. Nobody go take a shit.
There were pictures where some of us weren't even in it. I was in all of them because I stayed.
I was in
around.
most of them. I think.
Wasn't gonna run off. I'm not that person, but yeah, no. Valentine's Day, Day of Love. You don't need. Yeah.
The Day of Love. What was that?
Day of Love.
Dia del Amor.
Dude, I kind of want to do one of those. What is it? Blind date things where I'm behind. We should set that up.
That'd
honestly.
be fire for you. We should find you a blind date, like 3 girls.
No,
and
y'all, I'll
then
go pick out 3 girls. I can't see them behind cardboard. It would suck
Aw,
for them
bro.
though, because I'd be
This
just
would
like,
be fun.
I'd be like, yeah,
Because you're kind of a piece of shit.
yes, exactly. And that's why it would be great. Because honestly, it would be them saying stuff, and I would just be joking the whole time. Unless like, and it'd be like whoever can roast back or joke, then maybe
That's the one for you.
would see. But you know, if they're like, I would take you on a long stroll on the beach, I'd be like, I would have to make a joke about it.
You know what would be funnier is if like
Am I in a stroller?
we made a Tinder account for you, and we just get 3 of your three of the people that match with you. So
Never match with anybody.
So they know what you look.
Unluckily.
So they know what you look like, but you don't know what they look like. And we bring them on the show, and then we matchmake you with your dream girl based on the Tinder profile that we
I
create
don't like
for
that
you.
one either. That sounds awful. That sounds absolutely awful.
I think you'll have fun with it.
But I mean, just for Valentine's Day, I think working in the restaurant industry, by the way, is awful. It's awful.
I mean, it's not awful. It's just like
it's long. It's
it's every holiday, man. It's like our holidays are
Draining.
fucking the days that we have off. You know what I mean?
not us.
No, I'm saying our holidays are the days that we have off.
Oh,
like
yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get holidays.
No.
Like on any holiday, we are expected to be on either a morning or an evening
Oh.
shift, if not a double.
If you're a server, you're doing it the week after, the week before.
Yeah.
You're never on a day. If there's a holiday, you're not doing shit on that day. Just know that. But
Nope.
Valentine's Day, I mean, yeah, like you said, any holiday, you know, of course, your job is to try to make other people satisfied and happy.
I enjoy Valentine's Day, like serving for Valentine's Day. People do get a little bit entitled. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I understand it. Like
Sometimes.
you expect to go out for a nice meal. I mean, I personally, I'm not gonna sit here and try to toot my own horn. Usually, I don't deal with any type of issues that have to deal with my service or management or even like how good the food is. You know what I mean? Usually, it's just timing, whether it's for the bar or the kitchen or whatever it is. Just people just like, yo, like, is that coming out? Like, yes, it is. I promise you. You know what I mean? But those are like usually the only complaints I ever have is about timing and stuff like that. But because we're a scratch kitchen and a scratch bar and shit like that, I feel like I'm doing a whiskey cake ad. Because we're a scratch kitchen and a scratch bar, like everything is gonna take longer and shit like that. So it's just like it makes it difficult for you to adhere to people's expectations whenever those things aren't your fault. But also, it's like people are paying for that type of experience, not understanding like what they're actually paying for. Makes it kind of difficult as well.
No, definitely. I feel that. For me, it's just mostly the fact of having to work through all of that, and then people sometimes compensating, but a lot of people not understanding what you're really doing for them, which is making sure they have a lovely evening.
Yeah.
And then most of the time complaining about every little thing. And it's like, I get it. You want to have a great night. You know what I mean? And I want you to have a great night because my money depends on it. Truthfully. But, you know, you're just making it hard. Sometimes they make it hard for you. But also where I'm at is on Valentine's Day, I'm not one to, like, why are we going, like, always going out to eat you know, I don't know. The whole idea behind Valentine's Day, kind of against it. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm kind of both the person who's, You know, you shouldn't spend one day out of the year to celebrate. It shouldn't be the only day, you know what I mean, to celebrate your love.
Mm-hmm.
There shouldn't have to be a day to celebrate your love for somebody. But I can also respect the fact that there is a day for, you know, those who do get caught up in life every day and kind of can schedule out a day to,
Right.
you know, share the love with each other.
I would say that there's a niche for either side of that argument, whether or not it's a necessary holiday, whether or not there should be a day where people dedicate their time to say, like, I'm gonna show you that I love you today. Like, yes, maybe you should be able to do that at all times and not have to, like, say I did it then, so therefore I'm good. You know what I mean? But adverse to that, I could say that, like, in a position where you have two people that work in the medical field and they have conflicting schedules and they love each other, but they never really get enough time to, like, sit down and have a nice meal just because of their job and all the shit that goes on. Maybe they have kids and all of their fucking free time goes to raising their family and stuff like that. It is obviously, yes, you can show each other love all the time, and yes, you can have, like, a nice dinner at home and, like, make it romantic too, without playing into the stereotype of what you should do on Valentine's Day, which is chocolates, flowers, dinner, whatever. But for some people, maybe that dinner is the celebration in itself. Like, yo, we've made it all year. We've been, like, working our asses off. We've been, you know, loving each other. We want to come together, and I want to take you out for a nice dinner. You deserve it, type shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's that too. So, like, for either side of that coin, it's like there's a niche, you know what I mean, that kind of plays into, like, whether or not it should be necessary.
Exactly. I just think the obligation takes away from the sincerity of it sometimes.
Yeah.
And also the sparkle in which Valentine's Day should be.
Yes.
Also, I mean, gifts and stuff like that. I'm like, what do we? I mean, maybe it's 'cause you can call me broke. That's fine. I'm very creative though. I would say, like, I'm a hopeless romantic on a budget, and I make things happen. Like, I'll do what I can on a budget, and I'll really make it special. But once again, although I'm not a firm believer in Valentine's Day, I kind of hate the concept of it all. I still would go out of my way to do something for my loved one just because I do love them and I would like to show them that I love them. I mean, any given day to show that I love you is, you know, I'll take that type of thing. I mean, I don't need an excuse, but if there is one, why not, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it shouldn't have to be, oh, I want this watch, or did you get me a necklace, or, you know, what are we doing? Like, it shouldn't
When
be.
there's expectation involved, that makes it a little kind of gross. But whenever you do things out of love, it's beautiful. I mean, no matter what the situation is, in my opinion. If it's actually out of love, not out of, like, I have to do this because of this. I mean, most people are like, hey, it's Valentine's Day. That means I get to get my loved one a gift, and it's going to make them happy, and I get to see them smile. That's going to make me happy, and it's going to be a nice day. You know what I mean? There's that, too. I mean,
T-shirt, of course, you know, it depends on what that means.
I just feel like that, like, we all know that it's a capitalistic holiday. We all know that it's bred in nature of saying we can get money out of these people by making them think they have to do this. Yeah, I mean, duh. That doesn't mean you have to play into the capitalism of it all.
That's what I'm saying. You can just literally
You
sit
can
down.
still go out to eat, but it doesn't mean you have to go out to fucking Vic and Anthony's.
Or you could just stay at home, order Chinese food, put on a movie,
Are we back to this?
play some cards, and then call it a night.
If your girl is upset, Daniel's only advice is to order Chinese food and throw on a movie.
Dude, all right, look, all I'm saying, Valentine's Day, let's say y'all both, especially if you're in the service industry, you know the type of shit, or if you've just been go, 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 I've got the advice for you now. Put on a little rom-com. I don't know if you like horror movies, maybe that's cool too. Order some Chinese, play some card games. Does that not sound like a good time? Okay, probably not to some people, but I think that sounds like a great time. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to do a lot. I'm not saying that's the one size fits all, but
Mic drop.
you don't have to do, like, super over the top shit. I know. So, like, the thing is, sometimes, yes, I guess you should express a little more than other times. Oh, damn.
Who's that?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't get I don't get names on like my messages on my
Oh,
laptop.
on your laptop.
Yeah, just
Fair. Fair.
it's different for everybody, but you know,
fair.
I also think material like putting
That's
our
for you.
our faith all in materialistic items also is that's a whole another story too, though. You know.
I mean, yes, but also on that note, um, I would say like a lot of people don't really like for Valentine's Day. My girlfriend got me a plant. And it's $10. It wasn't expensive, but it's beautiful and I love it. And so it comes in a fucking triceratops fucking pot, and it's dope.
Someone could honestly get me like one of those little things, those pills that you put in water,
Mm-hmm.
and it grows into an animal.
Hell yeah.
And I would think that's the funniest shit of all time.
That's
I'm very
fire.
easy to please. Like if you did some
Or
goofy
like a
shit,
chia pet.
dude, a chia pet would be so fucking sick, dude. You gave me a fucking chia pet for Valentine's Day.
It's going off.
Like you don't have. What I'm saying is I don't even need gifts. It shouldn't it be about the time you spend together, anyways.
Yes.
You
But
know, so
gifts are nice too.
yeah. I mean, yeah, they are. But like, should you have to expect gifts?
No, that's what I was saying. It's like whenever you start expecting things, that's whenever it becomes gross and dark. And it's like, why? I mean, expectation leads to disappointment at every moment.
I
But
just
also, like, expectation at some level, I guess, is breeded in like a position of need, but also it's bred in a position of like either miscommunication or lack of communication. Like people can't read your mind, dude. And for you to just expect things is just like kind of selfish in a way.
I don't know. Valentine's Day, rather than being like a day of love for me, has always put me into a day of like
A day of reckoning.
Jesus Christ. This is your judgment day.
This is your judgment day.
I am the judge and the jury. No. More so just like a day of like introspection, I guess. Just a day of thinking about like what is love? You know what I mean? Like where do we value
What's love got to do with it?
It can be about us, it can be about judgment. What's love got to do?
Got to do with it. All right, no copyright.
But yeah, I just don't. Where do we? I think
That's
the
how
way
it
that we
works,
look
right? You
at
just
love.
say no copyright and you're good, right?
I don't know.
That's
that
how it works, right?
Hopefully,
Just kidding.
I think the way that we look at love is just it's diluted.
It's skewed.
We don't really understand the values of love. I'm not saying I do per se either. I just think
Daniel said he does. I
didn't-
heard him say it.
I think it's hard work, man. I think
Nana,
it's,
nana, boo boo, stick your head in doo doo. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ. I'm over here like trying to get in depth. You're like, haha, just said, girl.
Caught his dumbass,
love,
stupid
dude?
bitch ass.
You having a thought process
You having
on
a
love, you
thoughty?
fucking
Having
idiot.
a fucking
Hot
thotty over there.
doo-doo. Put your head in doo-doo. Get your head out your ass, kid. That's why you didn't get any Valentine's Day cards
Oh my god.
in elementary school.
I wouldn't. Oh my god, that was a deep cut. So many people heard that and was like,
Nah, bro.
no.
High school was the worst. Just like
Yeah.
everyone getting flowers. You see all like the attractive people getting flowers here in the back. Like, I'm not getting any of those.
I'm not getting a single carnation this year. No,
I didn't get one. I don't think.
but
all
I
of high
feel you
school.
though. Love is diluted and also like misunderstood, and
Skewed.
it's also misshapen. Like people use the word when they don't mean it. They mean something else completely. They have like infatuations with things and obsessions and addictions in a lot of ways, but like people don't really understand what love can be. They just try to attribute everything that they think is attractive to love, I feel like. And that's dangerous. I feel like you're messing with a very powerful force there. You know what I mean? Like love, in my opinion, is a powerful force in the universe that a lot of us don't quite understand. Maybe none of us understand. 'Cause I mean, our human like nature is to want to have social connection with each other, but love is more than just a social connection. You know what I mean? It's like a soul connection.
Some people believe that love is the strongest force in the universe. That love is the feeling, like actually like loving, like purely. You know what I mean? Like the idea of loving without expecting anything in return.
Right.
Like
Unconditional, pure
like
love.
just love is the strongest force. Like that's what draws you to, great things. That's what draws you to your goals. It's what like brings good things into the world.
Definitely brought me to a peace of mind.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's also torn me apart. But
Same. Yeah, I mean, it's the dichotomy of life, right? It's the yin and the yang, no matter what you do.
the thing about love, though, in my opinion, is, I mean, that cheesy saying isn't too far off from the truth. Was it love is patient, love is kind, love is...
Whatever. Yeah, I know what you're talking
I'm
about.
going to pull this up. I'm going to live, laugh, love.
Love is doo-doo on your head.
Dude, he has an obsession with doo-doo.
Yeah, but I love doo-doo.
Yeah, he ha-ha.
Callback, bro.
Ha-ha-ha.
To episode 2. Where Daniel said he loves doo-doo. Go check it out.
I didn't say that.
He
ever.
said it, bro.
That was never me.
He said it, dude. I heard him say it.
Okay, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast.
There
It
you
is
go.
not proud, it does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love love never fails.
Okay. That's good.
I mean, it's a cheesy. I mean, just like I hate.
I
Seeing
don't know
that,
how
but
that's cheesy. It's kind of
like,
long as shit. I don't know
yeah.
if long things can be cheesy.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just like you see it like a lot of places. You know
Do
what I mean?
you?
Yeah, like if you go to like a lot of suburban homes, it's either that or live, laugh, love.
That's the one I see. Or like like all the home ones. Like
I really want the a whiskey cake someone wrote on like one of our paddles, which is what we give people for checks. There's like
or
family.
spank them with paddles whenever
Yeah,
they're
when
ready
you're
for their
bad,
check.
when you're bad.
Big bad boy.
Nah, I've had people threaten to spank me though. Guess it's a little weird, but
It is a little
it
weird.
says family,
I haven't been threatened
friends,
for
fun,
that. But
something.
oh yeah.
It was the
Family, friends, fun. Yeah, I've seen that one too.
our version of live, laugh, love.
Or
Family, fun, friends.
that's fucking hilarious. Have you seen the Whitney cake one?
That one's my favorite. Whitney cake. That shit's hilarious. Yeah, no, but I mean, love it's deeper than just, okay, I love you, oh, you made me mad today, you don't love me. No, you know what I mean? Love is, if you love somebody, it's a deeper understanding, it should be a soul connection. You're right.
If not a deeper understanding, it's the wanting or like the will to have a deeper understanding. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have that deeper understanding, it's the patience to be able to say, well, I want to understand. You know what I mean? A lot of people will see something or someone that they either don't understand or deem like unsolvable and just dismiss them, and if not, try to beat them down so they can't like overpower them or whatever.
Yeah.
But like relatively, you have to look at situations and forces like love and kind of like see that it's bigger than you and that it's bigger than all of us. You know what I mean? It's about bringing together kind of, because like everybody deserves to feel love in their heart and feel love in their life. You know what I mean? Everybody deserves to have that force overtake them, but not everybody's open in that field. You know what I mean? Not everybody has that wavelength, I guess, like accessible, just because of the trauma that they've been through or the situations they're currently going through, the people in their life that are around them that are maybe in some situations holding them down, or in some situations you're the one holding them down. And it's just like there's not a whole lot of recognition until you're able to step outside of yourself. And even that is difficult for a lot of people.
It's so hard. It's just, like you said, just the fact of if you've grown up your whole life, not getting a certain aspect of what you think love is, and then you finally get that little taste of whatever it is, you're going to attribute whatever that is to love. and that person might end up being a piece of shit, but like because they've given you this one piece that you felt like you're missing your entire life, you're gonna attribute that one moment and that person to love, but in fact it's just an attachment
Right.
to something that you always wanted but never had, but you never really truly understood what it was because you were never able to really experience
Right.
that factor. And I honestly would say I'm blessed to have come across so many people who unconditionally love me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same.
But also, I would also put myself in the factor of, I mean, romantically, I would love for someone to be with someone who, truthfully understood me. I think in a loving relationship, not just, friendships, there are those too, of course. Like you have friendship type of love where it's deeper than just, fucking around all the time. It's like something where like it doesn't matter what's going to happen. It doesn't mean be a piece of shit, but if you get into some shit, you'll have someone there to fall back on.
Yeah.
I think in a romantic relationship, though, it's the exact same. It's like I'm not gonna say I honestly don't think I'm a difficult person to understand. Now, is it also hard to find people who truly understand the type of person I am? I would say yes. Like there's people who love me, for my personality, like like I'm goofy and shit, but that's not just all I am. I'm not
Right.
into find I mean, I think most of us, not everybody, there's a lot of twisted people in this world too, but I think most of us just want to feel understood for like who we really are. And a lot of us are even scared to even understand what that might mean.
Yeah, a lot of us don't even understand who we are, so feeling understood would be a glimmer of hope. You know what I mean? That maybe I don't know what's going on, but for someone else to believe in me, or for someone else to show that they give a fuck about me, it must mean that I should be here. I should be focusing on what I should be focusing on. You know what I mean? It's kind of a validation moment of understanding, like, I do matter. You know what I mean? And not a lot of people have that validation.
I don't think there's enough love. I think there is a lot of just.
I think there's a lot of, like, my thing is like, for the sake of, I guess, what you could call comedy, a lot of people spread hate more than they spread love. 'Cause I mean, like, at this point, somebody will really put some hateful shit out there just because they get to laugh at all the comments that come underneath it. And it's like, what are you doing? What are you getting out of this? And I mean, I get it. You might get some views. You might get some fucking likes. But, like, is that really the world we live in?
Yes.
And it's sad. And it's sad to see kind of the diminishment of what it means to give a fuck about your fellow man. You know what I mean? Like, we all in a position, like, right now, talking about, like, if shit goes sideways, like, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sticking around. Like, I'm not doing this or I'm not doing that. It's like, that's how really people view it. It's like, that's none of my business, bro. If you got something going on, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people are on this type of shit. Like, it just shows your true character, I feel like, and like how much you actually give a fuck about somebody else, and on whether or not, if they're going through it, whether or not you have an open ear, whether or not you have an open hand to be able to say, hey man, get up, I'm gonna help you up real quick. You know what I mean? Because everybody falls down, but whether or not you get up is this, like, true defining moment of your character.
I'll say this. A lot of people are disingenuine, and I think that's part of the problem. A lot of people just kind of are on the mindset of, why do I need to worry about anything else or anybody else? But then I feel like that's that's self-harming in a way, because it's,
No.
you're gonna be in places of hurt. You're gonna be in situations where you're not happy, or you're sad, or you're contemplating what your life is, So I'm not saying you should get involved in everyone's life and try to take the wheel, you know what I mean?
You can only do so much, but
You're right, to lend a helping hand or an ear. Like, to be honest, I'm a person that observes situations, and will I laugh at certain situations? Absolutely. If I think, like, okay, that was a dumbass decision, or that's hilarious because they did it to himself, will I laugh? Probably. But also, if they were to come to me and sit there and just need someone to talk to, would I be there? Absolutely.
Right.
I would still be there, and I would help them if they actually needed it, if they we're hoping for help.
I'm
I'm not gonna sit there and beat them down. I'll laugh at the situation 100%, but I'm not gonna sit there and
I mean,
not laugh in their face, like you.
I mean,
idiot.
you say that, but there's really the type of people that are like, say you're at a party and not even your homie, but somebody there is, you find out he's gonna drive home drunk. It's like you either could say, fuck him, he's an asshole, let him drive home drunk, or you could say, nah, get his keys, I'll take him home. Like, there's two different types of people. You know what I mean? Like, and it's that quick of a judgment. It's that quick of a moment where you can say like, screw it, let it happen. And all of a sudden, bro goes and gets in a wreck and shit like that. And then you get to sit in the position to say, I don't give a fuck. Like, he deserved it. He drove drunk. He did this. It's like, but maybe, but like, you watched that shit happen. You allowed that shit. You could have easily made a decision in that moment to be a good person. Anybody that watched that shit happen could have made a decision to be a good person and took this man home. But shit happened. Shit went sideways. Car accident. You know what I mean? That shit happens every day.
It comes at us fast. I think it's just hard to figure out where we land in that. So to figure out what love really is, or to figure out how to love, what loving yourself is, to even love somebody else. I'm not saying, I get a lot of people have hate on that saying you have to love yourself first to love someone else.
It's true.
So the saying, I think, because no, there's an argument. I just want to say there's an argument out there that people say, I hate that saying because it's saying that, if you don't love yourself, doesn't mean that you're capable of loving someone else or capable of someone loving you. And that's not the case. The saying is more so like, if you don't understand, how to love yourself in a way,
right,
you'll never really truly feel what love is like, or how to truly love. Because if you know how to love somebody else properly, the thing is that you do understand what love is within yourself. Doesn't mean you're going to be happy. Loving yourself doesn't mean you're going to be happy all the time. It doesn't mean you're going to enjoy who you are all the time. But it's understanding that you got you. You know what I mean? It's understanding, like, the depths of who you are, even in those moments.
But also, it's like, loving yourself is wanting the best for yourself in certain situations and becoming the best version of yourself, whether it's for you or for anyone else. It's like, it's not to say that you're not capable of love, but like, it is to say, wouldn't you want to be the best version of yourself no matter what? If someone else is loving you, if someone else is giving you the love that you deserve, why wouldn't you want to give it to them at the highest level that you could? Like, you know what I mean? Like, relatively, it's like, why wouldn't you want to love yourself? If you think that you're capable of loving other people and other people are capable of loving you, then why wouldn't you think that you're capable of loving yourself? I feel like you're overlooking, not you, I'm saying whoever's making that argument is overlooking the entire avenue for no reason.
I mean, it's easy to, though, coming from someone who's beat themselves up time and time.
No, yeah, I mean,
just mentally, but
it's hard to step out of the dwelling of the past or even sometimes the present.
Especially when you don't. Some people just don't have anybody either, so it's tough.
That's
man.
fair.
The world is really, truthfully, as beautiful as there are moments. Once again, I'd say I'm blessed to have had a lot of beautiful moments. It's a pretty cruel place, man. There's a lot of shitty people. It's taken me up until, probably this past year to really be around a larger sample of people who are goofy and, fine with stepping outside of whatever's the comfortable norm, you know what I mean? Being able to be themselves, adverse to up until this point, I've always been a weird person, you know what I mean? Coming across people who just why the fuck do you act like that? Or wow, you're really immature. I don't think I personally, in my opinion, half the people who say that I think are immature and don't truly grasp grasp intellect. No offense to them. I just most of those people are ignorant in a very rude and
Educated?
Not even just they're just rude. They're rude and just aggressive and they don't care. They just don't care about. My brain honestly is drawn. Usually I'm good at coming up with words like that, but this I can't. My brain's a little.
No, you're good. I mean, I got you though, 'cause it's it's like having blinders on and acting as if it's your way or the highway, but as to another person, and it's bruh, we both have I ideals and thought processes that are completely unique from each other because of our background, because of our past, because of our upbringing, whatever you want to call it. Like I don't give a fuck. Whatever brought us to this moment, and this is how you treating me. Like, bro, like you got some gall because first and foremost, you don't know my experience. You don't know what's going on in my life outside of this conversation. For you to act this way towards me, it's unacceptable in any situation because like I know what you're talking about. It's just kind of like I'm blanking on the word too. 'Cause I was trying to like think about like the word that you're trying to like search for, but I can't think of it right now.
They're assholes.
Yeah.
It's plain and simple. Just a lot of people grow up a certain way. A lot of people lack true, just like once again, I'm not like my upbringing was definitely rough in a lot of ways, but I will say through it all, my mom was always there to like care for me and like, listen to me and make sure I was good. You know what I mean?
Support system.
Yeah, mentally and emotionally, majority of the time. Not always, you know what I mean? Because she had her own stuff she had to work through as well.
Right.
Like, she's still a human being, you know? Something that we forget to, or not saying you should forgive your parents for every shitty thing they've done.
I mean, that lesson of like growing up and learning that, I mean, not learning. It's not even like a lesson. It's more just like understanding. It's like a epiphany, really, where you just understand, like, damn, my parents are just people that had kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know a lot of people that have kids that fucked up. I know a lot of people that have kids that are currently fucking up. I know a lot of people that have kids that are doing really well, but like, that's a hit or miss situation, dog.
Yep.
I mean, I can't blame you. I mean, I can't say I would be able to do it better. I hope I would, but like, I can't sit here and like complain about nothing about my childhood because relatively, I'm not gonna say I ain't go through nothing. I do have some trauma that I still have not I still have some displaced emotions that inside of me that I need to deal with. But I will say that I had a lot better than most. And I have an understanding of that and an appreciation of that. And a lot of that goes back to my parents. Even though they weren't able to stay together, they kind of maintained the ability to have a two-parent household, even though there were two separate households. You know what I mean? There was a united front when it came to the parenting, and it was even and like I don't know my biological father, so it was like my dad is like my brother's pops, but like he raised me, so that's my pops. But beyond that, it was just like kind of normal. It felt normal. It felt like I've been told like by my mom, like she's felt guilty about like some of the childhood things that she fucked up or my dad fucked up or whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm sitting there like, I mean, I know some people that had it way worse, dog. I don't feel no type of like
That's how I feel about
you know what I mean? Like I know some people that had it way worse, dog. And there's people that I don't know that had it way worse than those people. So like I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, please don't feel guilty. I am good. You know what I mean? Maybe not good, but like I am good.
Good overall, yeah. It's also just like I'm trying to emotionally and mentally support myself to have a kid.
Yeah.
Especially for all those people who don't understand or don't even try to understand themselves emotionally or mentally and then try to raise a child. What do you think's going to happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think that kid's going to be better off emotionally and mentally? Probably, maybe, but
not in today's climate.
probably not, dude. Like, those are things we need to like take note on, and just people don't care, and people just would rather just blindly and just
I don't know if it's don't care as much as it is like are just not aware of. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lack of awareness when it comes to like the mental, emotional, and spiritual side of life. Like the physical is understood for the most part as far as like biology goes and shit like that, but like relatively like there's not enough focus in the media, social media, fucking any type of like major like outlets of information are giving you real levels of like spiritual guides or mental techniques to improve your fucking mental capacity or anything that is like on a level of saying like here's a way to improve your mind, here's a way to understand yourself, here's a way to understand others. Here's a way to understand life, because relatively, all anyone that would be able to make some type of content like that, it would have to be a perspective. It would have to only be an opinion, and it would at that level be up to interpretation, and at that level be up to it being absolutely diminished by the public, which is what happens to most people that try to do shit like that. What happens to most people that actually go out on a limb and try to bring people together, it's usually diminished by big business and big pharma and big this and big that, whatever you want to call it. There's always somebody that's trying to take down the people that are just trying to bring people together.
That's facts. Like I said, love is deeper than just a romantic level. But I know we were talking about Valentine's Day, but a day of love.
You guys know how we get down around here.
Even on a day of love, I think you should spread that to everyone. It shouldn't just be to your partner. It should be a day of love. Say something nice. Be generous, man. Like us being all separate only makes things worse.
Real
Like you
shit.
said, community, bro. Like coming together and just really like sharing stuff like that. Like sharing the things we're going through. This man snapping in the middle of a podcast.
Hey, man. Marketing, dog. No, I'm
Jesus
kidding.
Christ. He's not.
I'm not. I'm just, snapping.
But sharing love and just being able to love to the people around you is really important, as you should do. Fuck, bro. And I don't think Valentine's Day should just be, exclusive to fucking.
Full circle.
Yeah, it shouldn't be exclusive to just fucking.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Let's go.
To presents and flowers and chocolates and going out to eat. It should be bigger than that. It should be more than that. It should be about really expressing your love for somebody. And that's not just doing those things that you feel obligated to do, feel like you have to do. It should be about really taking a step back and enjoying those moments. And, maybe your life has been going fast and just saying, I appreciate you. I love you. Do you want to do something? Maybe we could go take a walk on the beach today. Maybe we could go paint something today. Maybe we could fucking draw. Maybe we could go ride scooters. It doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? It shouldn't just. I'm sure everyone has their own interests. I'm sure everyone's interest isn't fucking restaurants. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta have something. I think more than just that. I mean, it's a rant. But
I think that's a good point, because like a lot of people will phone it in and just say, "Let's go to dinner, babe." You know what I mean? But like, it's gotta be bigger than that. You know what I mean? We should be celebrating all different types of love. We should be celebrating every facet of love on Valentine's Day, not just Cupid's arrow.
Exactly. Well, that's all I really gotta say about love. I feel like we dove deep enough into it. I'm not gonna lie. The first run we did on this was a little bit more fluid, but
Hey man, you know what?
we came back with it today.
This
So
is technical difficulties with your.
but yes, another week.
Thank you guys.
Show a little bit more love out there, guys. Signing off. Have a great week, great month, great year. Catch us next week. Another round of Fine and Dandy. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Love you guys forevers.
Awesome sauce! Valentine's Day we celebrate. Everybody clap your hands. Valentine's Day we celebrate. Show someone you care. Wave to a friend. Show someone you care. Valentine's Day we celebrate. Everybody clap